Welcome to Truth, Money, and Freedom. Today is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019. Quick update here, gang, for the reason Bitcoin went up, apparently, which is kind of what I thought it was. It had to do with the derivative markets or the Bitcoin futures markets. I'm not going to read this whole article to you, but I will point out some stuff here that they put on here that actually does helps with the understanding of why Bitcoin's made such a massive move so quickly. Um, Here, so-called experts even boldly suggested the move, which has added tens of billions in market cap to the crypto space, was due to a tweet by a so-called prominent contrarian on crypto who had turned bullish. Spoiler, this had nothing to do with it. Addressing this issue, crypto derivative traders behind SK3W.com looked into the internals of the move and concluded that the surge appears to have been driven by a very large short squeeze on the derivative market in a low liquidity backdrop. Specifically, they point out that between 5:30 and 6:30 a.m. London time, when the bulk of the upward move took place, nearly 500 million of buy order liquidations had took place on BitMEX, the largest futures platform, in the space of 1 hour. So that's it right there. So I'm going to read this to you too. Putting this move in its proper context, here is the action, and they're referring to this graphic up here. In the last 3 months, in terms of liquidation activity on BitMEX, clearly something or someone got spooked and was forced to cover, perhaps in connection with the CBOE's recent decision to end Bitcoin futures trading. Guys, futures markets is how they control all commodities. I was shocked and disappointed and upset when two brand new Bitcoin derivatives futures markets were opened up in December of 2017, which ended the bull run for cryptocurrencies, because basically in the futures market, everyone went in and started shorting Bitcoin. And of course, the entire market cap, began its collapse. Now, I know people say, that cryptos were in a bubble. I disagree with that because there's nothing to measure it against to find out if it's in a bubble. That's the problem. Um, and we'll go into that sometime in another podcast, because it's important to understand how assets become, so inflated that they refer to it as being in a bubble. You can tell when interest rates are in a bubble. You can tell when stocks are in a bubble. You can tell when even precious metals are in a bubble. Um, in bonds are in a bubble. You can tell. There are things to measure it against to tell whether or not it's valued more than it's actually should be worth. But that's not true with crypto, because crypto is relatively new and there's nothing to really uh, gauge it against to find out if it is in a bubble. But it looks like it was Bitcoin futures. It was a short squeeze. So basically, what that means, gang, is that a bunch of people were shorting Bitcoin, and it didn't look like Bitcoin was going to go any lower. So someone came in and basically started bidding up the market, squeezing the shorts. And so the shorts either had to abandon their positions or cover their shorts. Either one of those would actually bring up the market. Um, and then I'll read, let's see. Um, to summarize, a massive force squeeze which tripped the derivative markets, and which, judging by the action this morning, is still continuing. And then also this last comment right here. Meanwhile, for those curious what the recent surge means for the future of crypto prices, with both the spot up and the volume up, the probability of Bitcoin rising above $10,000 by September is now 11% versus 4.2% last week. So that's kind of interesting too. I know many of you don't follow crypto or Bitcoin or anything, but I know many of you do. And I do have Bitcoin. So I'm curious about what's going on with it. So that's it, gang. A short squeeze. It was that simple, and it had to do, of course, with the same mechanism that they used to manipulate it down. It ended up getting manipulated up. That's the long and short of it. Any rate, thank you very much for spending a few minutes with me again today. I really appreciate you guys leaving comments and thumbs up, and that does help out the channel. Please share. If you find the videos at all helpful, please share them. That's how we grow. And everyone who does that, it helps us grow. My goodness, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And once again, this is Truth, Money, and Freedom. We do have a Discord channel. We do voice communication, voice chat, as well as text chat on there. The information is in the description section. If you're interested, you can set up a free account with Discord. You can come and join us and talk to us anytime you like. Thanks again for joining us. Have a wonderful day.